Hey guys, Ernie here, Paleo Hiker MD, and it is day 9 of the whole 30, moving on down the line and doing really well. So I had a good day off today. Unfortunately, had to do quite a bit of studying, and I'm still doing that. Took a break to make this video for my recertification board. Sure everybody knows how I feel about that. But anyway, had a good day from the standpoint of food. This morning, had a little bit of a challenge. We'll talk about that in a little bit when I discuss the challenges. But other than that, it really went pretty well. Had a relaxing day. Was able to get a lot of work done. Had good energy, which is always important. So good day all in all. All right, so challenges I mentioned earlier. I'm not sure exactly what it was. Now, I've been working a lot. I've had a lot of days in a row working. So my kids were actually at my mother-in-law's last night, so my wife and I were able to actually sleep in today, which is something I don't normally do. And even when I have the chance to sleep in, I normally only sleep till 7:30 or so. But today we slept till like 9 and really just kind of lazied around. I got up probably about 9:30 or 10 and started to think about getting something to eat, and in fact started to get a little bit nauseated, and I had a pretty severe case of nausea. I don't know if it was because of some pills I'd taken a little bit earlier and not eaten on them, or if it was something to do with the whole 30. I have no idea, but it was pretty significant, and I had to lay down for about 30 minutes and let it subside, and finally got better. But it was quite the challenge. Throughout your whole 30, you're going to have these things that can happen. You're going to have some health challenges. As you get older, you're going to have some health challenges. And these are things you're just going to have to address and kind of basically work around. I got through it today and moved on my day without any problems, but you just never know. So just one of those things. One of the things I want to talk to you guys about today as far as kind of tips is a lot of times in the paleo community in general, Western medicine is really kind of frowned upon. Now, there are a lot of parts of Western medicine that I don't necessarily agree with, and I don't practice in that way, but I certainly practice traditional Western medicine. And I do think it's important that people realize that there are certain problems you can't avoid. There are certain problems you can't fix with what you eat, and there are certain problems you need to take medication for. You have to pay attention to your family history. You can't always change those things. There are certain genetic problems you can't get around. So I guess the point of my tip today is just to tell you that don't ignore your body's symptoms and just assume you can make them go away with the way that you eat or changing the way you eat. I think it's important to talk to your healthcare provider, have a healthcare provider that knows what's going on, knows what you're doing. If you search far enough and wide enough, you can find doctors out there who are at least willing to entertain your thoughts of the paleo lifestyle. It's becoming a lot more prevalent, so I think a lot more physicians are aware of it. But by all means, have a doctor, get checked out, get routine lab work frequently depending on your age, and just don't ignore signs and symptoms of your body talking to you that things may be wrong. Don't just try to live a life where Western medicine is bad and you won't take any medicine and you refuse to do all these things. You have to be flexible. I don't think you should run in and take every medicine that some doctors want to give you, but you also need to make sure that you take care of yourself. So be smart about it, find a good doctor, and stick with them. So what did I eat today? Well, this morning when I had my nausea attack, I thought putting something in my stomach might help. So I had some scrambled eggs and one piece of bacon. And it went down okay, but after that's when I had my nausea. It was building up until then, so not the most memorable breakfast. For lunch, it was a little later in the day because I was not feeling well, so I didn't eat till a little bit later in the mid-afternoon. We had some leftover sous vide pork tenderloin. I just chopped up an onion, and basically just kind of stir-fried the onion with that, salt and pepper, and just made a quick meal out of it. And I chopped up a peach on the side and ate that and made a nice easy lunch to kind of fill my belly because early in the day I hadn't eaten between getting up late and having my little illness. So for dinner, actually posted some pics on Instagram and on Facebook, but used Nom Nom Paleo's cookbook as well as her iPad app, both of which are excellent, to make a couple of different things. I made an avocado and basil dressing that used some basil straight out of our garden here, which was nice. Used that to make a little salad. Also made some of her Krabby Patties, which are just crab cakes, really simple Whole30 crab cakes. And then also, because of course we are Puerto Rican, we made some tostones. We eat that pretty frequently here. It's a pretty common side dish in our home. And very tasty, absolutely good. And I'll probably eat a little bit of fruit here in a little while before I go to bed, because I'm going to stay up kind of late doing some reading, and might do that. But other than that, that's what we ate today. All right, guys, tomorrow we hit double digits, day 10, which is pretty exciting. Officially 1/3 of the way through our Whole30 tomorrow. Really want to emphasize to you guys, stick with it. If we can just get through the next 2 days, which are kind of traditionally the worst days, I think we're going to all be home free. So I have quite a few people that are signing on board to start a Whole30 soon, or decided to start one while I'm doing it. That's exciting. I emphasize to you guys to get on board, get other people to do it with you, to support you. We'll be back tomorrow with day 10 of the Whole30. This weekend, I'll tell y'all now, I'm not sure exactly how it's going to work, but this weekend we're taking our RV out and going to do a couple of nights of camping. I don't know what kind of internet access I'll have out there, and chances are I may not be able to post videos for a couple of days, but I will post a recap video on Sunday when we get back. Hopefully I'll be able to post something. We'll see how the Wi-Fi signal is out there when we get there. So anyway, like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned tomorrow for the next day's action, day 10. See you then.